All right, let's see. Man, this world in here is absolutely amazing. You should see this. Oh, here, let me take this off. Have you ever played with one of these things before? Now, this is a slightly older version, but it's so much fun. I tell you what, there's this game that I play, and sometimes I hop on it when I have a few minutes. But basically, it's teams. You interact with people, you can hear them, you can talk with them, and you battle against each other, against other teams. Well, the other day I was playing this game and I overheard a guy through his microphone. He was talking to his wife. I heard his dog bark in the background. And I just got to thinking about that a little bit, that he had his own life that he lived. But if I were not smart enough, if I didn't understand this whole concept, I would think that this world that I'm seeing in front of me is the only world that exists, because I'm seeing it. Now, I could hear his wife, I could hear his dog, but I don't have any evidence that they actually exist. You know, this world that I'm seeing is all that I have. But if I were to take it off, there's a whole different world. You know, I got to thinking about that, and I think that we're all smart enough to know what this connection is I'm about to give, but I got to thinking about the ancients, Abraham, let's say. God reveals himself to Abraham, and all of a sudden we have this movement born to now we're here today. In this particular passage in Hebrews chapter 11, it actually commends the ancients for what they call the ancients for their lack of evidence and lack of vocabulary, really, is what I'm interpreting, for being able to still remain faithful without all the stuff that we possess. So think about it. We're pretty fortunate. We have the evidence, we have anecdotal evidence, we have written evidence, we have all of these kind of things, and we've even been able to develop a certain amount of vocabulary and even have had debates and been able to extrapolate these kind of things based on history. And so when we talk about Jesus, when we talk about, Moses, when we talk about Abraham, David, all of the greats, when we talk about all of these people, we have this vocabulary that we've created. So in Hebrews chapter 11, starting with verse 1, it says, "Now faith is confidence in what we hope for and assurance about what we do not see." This is what the ancients were commended for. It goes on to talk about, by faith we understand that the universe was formed at God's command, so that what is seen was not made out of what was visible. So it goes on to give examples, Abraham, so on and so forth, like I just said. But imagine, if you will, if I had that headset on and I truly believed that this was the only world that existed. I think for many people, we are not seeing reality. We're not seeing reality beyond the veil. And if this was somehow taped to my face so I couldn't get it off, I would be convinced that this world was the only thing that was there. And it just took a simple video game to realize that there is actually something there. I live my own life with my own world, within my own world. That guy that I was speaking with lives his own life within his own world, his own universe. All of us walk around interacting with our own worlds. And sometimes it's easy just to think that I'm the main character, but that's not true. We are living in God's world, and we do not see what is beyond the veil. We get little snippets and little tastes of blessing and what is beyond this. And to think that there could be nothing beyond this is a little simple-minded, if you think about it. And I'm not saying that in an insulting way. I'm just saying, if you think about it, we're thinking in very much a box. So when we talk about faith is more than just this, agreement with, I believe what Jesus said. Faith is living as a result of, if this is true, if this life, if this heritage, if this tradition, if this word is true, then how will that affect my life? How will that affect my apologies? How will that affect everything? Something to think about today. Have a great rest of the week.